Good morning, guys. Welcome to Evolve episode 17. It is Monday, January 16th, and I just straightened my hair with the Vanity Planet hair straightener. They did send this straightener to me. It's a vibrating hair straightener, and they wanted me to try it out and let you guys know how I liked it. So I tried it out. It's hot, which I like. It vibrates, which I thought was interesting. My first thought was like, is this really necessary? Does it really need to vibrate? But now that my hair is done, my hair is like super soft, super smooth, and just like feels amazing. So I'm very, very happy with it. So I'll put the link below if you guys want to check it out for yourselves. Today we're going to get started with a high-fat breakfast and some coffee because everyone knows that I need my coffee. So let's go get that real quick. All right, so I have 2 ounces of hot pork sausage. I have 200 grams of egg whites, and then a coffee with 1 serving, 15 milliliters of hazelnut creamer. So gonna eat all of this up, and then I think I'm headed out of the house today. I have a ton of computer work, and I just want to be able to focus. I'm gonna be taking my supplements, the M Factor Bliss, Thyroid Drive, and Full Mega. Check it out, guys. My Athlete hoodies just came in the mail. These are the new ones. I like the very simple logo, just Athlete across the chest. They have the straps that say Athlete on them. It's all in the details. I'm wearing the gray with the black lettering, but I also have the navy with the red, also have the white, the black and white, and then this color, which is one of my favorites. I think it's just beautiful. And what I love about these is it's not just good looking branding or, you know, good color schemes, things like that. But I wish you guys were here to like feel the fabric of the hoodie. It's just very high quality. So I want you guys to know you're not just getting something that's like nice to look at. It's like very, very good quality, long lasting, durable, very soft, super comfy, which you guys know is huge for me. So I do have other hoodies that I really like for like, you know, they're just like cute to wear to the gym or in cardio or whatever, but they're not like the best quality. And I think there's definitely like a time and a place for, you know, just, it's like your clothes that you don't mind getting really dirty in, I guess. But like, I personally wouldn't want to work out in this just because it's like my good stuff. It's my good stash. This is stuff I bring out when I like want to low key look like I'm, you know, slouching, but in reality, I'm looking really nice. Does that make sense? If you guys want to grab some hoodies, you can see if there's any left in your size. I'm wearing a men's extra small. Normally I wear a small and everything, so I'm surprised, but it fits really well and the sleeves are long enough and it fits well in here and there's plenty of room in the midsection. So I think there's definitely my favorite hoodies yet, which is surprising because I really love the other ones, but I'm just really happy. The quality is always there. Quality over anything, guys. Quality, quality, quality. Gotta go to the post office. Gotta ship out some things I've been meaning to ship out for a little while now. Had to a coffee shop. I have lots of work to get done. I'm so excited because it's a brand new day, a brand new to-do list, and plenty of opportunity to get it all done. So I love you guys. I hope you're enjoying the video, and I will see you when I get to doing all this work. So you don't think then that you should pursue dance a little more?
I don't, because it's like when I did pursue dance more, it became my job and to make money from it. And you think that's like, oh, that's the dream, but like I got way too much pressure, way too much stress.
Like try every single day to do one small thing that will lead you to something else. Because it's good to be like the best at your job and working and all that stuff. But if you feel that like gravitation towards something bigger or better, you're feeling that for a reason. I don't think you should ignore it. And you can't just go through the cycle of life expecting that to happen, you know, just one day that'll happen because you feel that. Like, no, you've got to do something about it. So keep working hard, keep doing the best that you can at your job, but actively search. And I don't care if that's just educating yourself. Maybe there's things that you find that you're really interested in. Go and learn, watch YouTube tutorials, go read articles online, try out new classes for this or that. There's a reason why you're really good at dance, why you're really good at like choreographed type stuff and kickboxing, and all of these things are skills that are shaping you into the person that you're meant to be and like giving you skills for what you were meant to do. So don't see it as you're at a standstill. See it as you're learning as much as you possibly can. Even being, you know, promoted to manager, you're learning how to manage people. All these things you're going to take to that place that you finally get when you know you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. It's okay not to know what that is right now. Just don't stop and try and do something every single day that will lead you to that eventually.
That makes a lot of sense. I'm definitely gonna do that.
You guys want another chugging party? Ready? Oh my gosh. You know when you have just like a little bit left in your gallon, but you underestimate like how wide it is and how much water there actually is there? That's just what occurred. What is going on, guys? It has been a long day. It's been a very interesting day for me. I'm usually, if I'm just being honest, very consumed with my own things that are going on, meaning I'm tackling my to-do list. I'm getting in, you know, my workout and my cardio and whatever. And today has very much so been about other people, and I've absolutely loved it. Like, I met with a friend for coffee and we talked a lot, and it was a lot about, you know, things going on in her life, and I shared some things as well, but it was a lot of like observing and absorbing what was going on in her life, and you know, I tried to do my best to kind of like be there for her. It was just nice to talk to someone else and feel like maybe I could offer any sort of like support or positivity. And then we had a really good workout, and I felt like I was able to help them kind of like get in the zone. And then I saw someone doing cardio, and I still had some cardio left to do after my workout, so I went and like did cardio next to her, thinking like, oh, we'll say hi and do our cardio, not talk, and then whatever. But it was steady state, so I also had the option to talk. We ended up talking, ended up like having like real life talks, and ended up going to see the sunset together, and it was like incredible. And then I got home and, you know, back to my to-do list, because I've spent a lot of the day today, you know, away from what I had originally planned. And then my little sister calls and she's like, if you have time, and of course, like, we don't talk as often as we should, honestly. So I immediately call her, and, you know, ended up being like a 40-minute phone call. Thanks, Liz. But it was really good. I feel like I'm so happy to be in a position where, you know, when people come to me with things, I feel like I'm able to just, if anything, like just encourage them. I don't have the best advice. I don't always know the answer, but I feel like I do have a gift for seeing the potential in a situation, or seeing the potential in a certain person, and encouraging them to go after that. It's one thing to acknowledge potential that you have or see the potential that you have. It's another thing if you utilize the potential that you have. And I feel like it's like my mission to help people not only realize it and see it in themselves, but to utilize it to move forward, to take action in their own lives, and just to take complete control of their lives and to create a good life for themselves. I feel like I was just meant to do that. And it's crazy. I was just talking to my sister, putting you on blast here, Elizabeth. I think it's fine. But she was telling me, and she's like literally saying words that have come out of my mouth. And I feel like I just recently talked about this in a YouTube video. And I have talked about before how I was in this different spot in my life where, you know, I was working a full-time job and doing great things and whatever, but I felt this like indescribable like force, like this gravity pulling me towards something, and I didn't know what it was, and I knew that I was meant to help so many more people. And my little sister, she just said on the phone, like literally said those exact words, and said, you know, I don't know what it is, but I'm so willing to work. I'm so willing to work so hard at whatever it is. I just wish I knew what it was. I just know that, you know, I'm sitting here in my kickboxing class and I'm having these women like cry to me, talking about how much their life has been changed and how I've motivated them or helped them. And they're sitting on the couch crying to me. And I just like, I have that experience, and I know that there's so much more, so many other more people that I was meant to impact. And this, oh my gosh, I'm like getting feelsy thinking about it. It's crazy. Like, my sister is literally me. She doesn't even realize it yet though, you know, and it's cool because I feel like I'm somewhat on the other side of that. I feel not only that passion and fire for helping people, but I feel like I have that direction now, and she's lacking that direction simply because she's just not sure yet, like, where her life is going, and that's okay. She's much younger, and it doesn't even matter the age. It's okay to not know exactly where you're going. So maybe that's you and you're watching this video and you feel that same thing that I'm talking about, but you don't know like what direction to go in. That's okay. What I told her and the advice I gave her, I just told her, do something every single day. Do one little thing that will take you a step closer to that. And you'll find your way. You'll find one thing that kind of sparks something in you, and you're like, I'm a little more interested in this than I thought. And then you'll, the next day, read an article. The next day, watch a YouTube tutorial. And then it'll come. I promise it'll come. I know the transition phase is so hard, especially for someone who has such a good heart and good intentions. And not just that, but the willingness to work hard. And so I know that transition phase is like, it's almost so frustrating because you're like, I'll do anything and I'll work harder than anyone at it, I promise. So I'm here to tell you guys, I have been in that exact same situation. I promise you're gonna come out on the other side, but don't take your current situation for granted. Look at where you're at right now and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What experiences am I gaining? What can I take from this? Because everything that's happening right now, all of the experiences you're having, everything you're learning, all the skills that you are getting and attaining right now, those are all shaping you into the person that you were meant to be. It's shaping you into the person, giving you those skills that you need to be the best person that you were meant to be, that you are becoming. So I love you guys. This turned into quite the long clip and I didn't mean for it to, but I hope that empowers you and gives you hope, if anything. So I'm gonna read the first chapter in this book, and then I originally planned to talk about it for a while, but this clip is about 7 minutes long. I tend to do that. So I'm gonna read this chapter. Hopefully I'll have something to say after I read it. I'll let you guys know how it goes. If you don't know, if you don't watch my Instagram story, then you should. It's Emily Hayden Fitness. Sometimes I'm really annoying, I guess, because it's just like me loving on my fur babies, and then other times I get like really fired up and decide to talk to you guys. So I decided that I would start reading this book called Grit. So it's called Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance by Angela Duckworth. This was actually referred to me by a friend named Brooke Marino, super sweet girl. She told me that she thinks I would really love this book. So I'm gonna give it a try, read chapter 1 right now, and I'll see you guys after and let you know what I think about chapter 1. This is him begging me to go to bed. Nugbug, you're gonna push mommy over. I love you so much. I can't go to bed yet. I haven't even edited this video. No. You kill me with your sweetness. He loves you so much, but this is also my new Alphalete hoodie. You can get the joggers dirty. I've already washed them. I can wash them again. Oh my goodness, kill me. Okay, I'm still in the middle of reading this first chapter, but I just read the sentence. And you know when it's like you read something and it like literally says exactly what you're thinking? And I literally think I just said this in the clip sooner. And this is something that I've been saying so many times, and this book literally says this. So it's talking about like successful people and, you know, what's all similar about them. And it says, for most, there was no realistic expectation of ever catching up to their ambitions. In their own eyes, they were never good enough. They were the opposite of complacent. And yet, in a very real sense, they were satisfied being unsatisfied. Each was chasing something of unparalleled interest and importance, and it was the chase as much as the capture that was gratifying. And then the part I'm getting to, it says, in sum, no matter the domain, the highly successful had a kind of ferocious determination that played out in 2 ways. First, these exemplars were usually resilient and hardworking. Second, they knew in a very, very deep way it was what they wanted. They not only had determination, but they had direction. What? I'm loving this book. I'm not ready to talk about it yet, but I literally think I said that in the clip prior, and I know I've said that in the last like 2 videos or so, that like not only do I have this like feeling, but I now have direction. Whoo! I'm like kind of freaking out over here. I hope you guys like understand what I'm saying, but it's like all this stuff that's like in my heart and in my mind, and now I'm like reading it in this book. I already love this book. I'm gonna finish the chapter. I will be right back. I just finished chapter 1 of Grit, and I am a huge fan already. I absolutely love it. You guys have to go get the book. If you want, go get the book and join in with me. I'll probably include some of this in some upcoming episodes of Evolve, but just going further with what I was talking about earlier when it like literally read my mind and I freaked out. When it was talking about, you know, successful people and how, you know, they had ferocious determination. They had a very, very deep understanding of what they wanted, and not only determination, but direction. It was the combination of passion and perseverance that made high achievers special. In a word, they had grit. So this guy went on to create this grit assessment test. So half the questions were about perseverance, and they asked how much you agree with statements like, I have overcome setbacks to conquer an important challenge, and I finish whatever I begin. The other half of the questions were about passion. They asked whether your interests change from year to year, or the extent to which you've been obsessed with a certain idea or project for a short time, but later lost interest. So they then took that grit scale test and applied it to people applying to West Point, the United States military school. And they tried to see if their grit assessment test would determine who would make it through and who would not. They would compare the grit scale test with what they called the whole candidate score. And the whole candidate score took into fact leadership abilities, experience, SAT score, your grades, literally absolutely everything, like how smart you are, everything. And that actually did not correlate with people who made it through. The people who made it through were the people who had the most grit. In other words, they found that it was critically important and not at all easy to keep going long after failure. Some people are great when things are going well, but they fall apart when things start to get hard. Logically, the talented should stick around and try hard, because when they do phenomenally well. But at the end of the day, it comes down to grit. The people that make it through are the people that have the most grit. They even went on to test, there's this National Spelling Bee, and it's in Washington, D.C. It's on ESPN, all that stuff. And they went to see how could they predict who was going to do well, who would make it the furthest. Would it be the smartest people with the highest IQ, the best verbal test, or would it be the people with the most grit? And they found it wasn't the smartest people or the most talented people. It actually was the people with the most grit that were able to make it the furthest. They were also the people that were studying longest on the weekends, and maybe they didn't have the best verbal test or the best IQ test, but they put in the most work and they never stopped, and they had that grit about them. So chapter 1 was freaking fire, guys. I'm like all fired up after reading that. I just don't want to stop, but I have a ton of work to do, and I know I need to stop and like go back to that work. Amazing book. That's gonna end Evolve episode 17, I believe we're on. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. It was very unplanned, actually. I was like, what am I gonna do with this series? And then I started talking, and you know the rest. So thank you guys so much for joining me. P.S. little shout out, Alphalete. This is the new hoodie, and it's sick. I'm wearing my Alphalete hoodie and my joggers. What I love about Alphalete is every new item that you buy, you can pair with anything else that you already have. So that's really nice. Shameless little plug there. Oh, and for those that ask, I don't have a discount code for them. That was just for one of the launches that we did. So the website's just alphaleteathletics.com. So enjoy yourself, treat yourself, have a good night. I love you, fam, so much. Don't forget to press thumbs up before you leave. I would really appreciate that. Leave a comment down below, say what's up. If you're within the first 2 hours, I will respond to your comment no matter what. I will make sure I respond. Thor is just having the time of his life. No, you don't have to stop. It was so cute. You don't have to stop. I was dying. Aw, do you want mommy to read you grit? Say, mommy, read me more. Okay, bye. Love you guys. Mwah.